Hi, everyone. Oh, what do you want? I can't stand up. Forgive me, I can't stand up. Well, isn't it Atheling Darien from Disney's The Elderlings of PERSHAland, now known as IRINLISHLAnd? Yeah, Xena, I'm one of those folks that you always wanted to have in your film back in the day, but you never put me in your film until now. Well, I'm glad that we got you out. So, what do we got to do? The first thing is first, Xena. First thing we got to do is that we both fight for the greater good. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You're a follower of the 4-1 bonds of good, too. You fought for the greater good, too. Well, just to let you know a little yesteryear, since some folks in Hellenishland and Ranishland forget, that there was a time when Iranishland was known as Persialand, and it was a kingdom, or a kaiserdom, or whatever, not the worshipful folkreich or speakership or whatever it is these days. And they seek to take over Hellenishland 2 times in the past, but Hellenishland always beat Persialand or Iranishland. So I hope you're still not angered over that. No, Xena. I'm not angered over that at all. At the end of the day, I don't really think Persialand or Iranishland has any business starting wars, or even taking over other lands as settlings. I know Iranishland these days hates sundriest land, Xena. They hate it. They hate. Hellenish land, Holy Land, the 4-1 Kingdom, the 4-1 Reichs, the settled land, the sovereign land. Hell, they hate sundriest other lands in the Middle East and the Far East. They hate sundriest lands in North Vinland and South Vinland, even land in the East. They even hate some southeast side lands too. The only lands they seem to be really friendly with these days is Rushland, Eastland, North Koreish land, Cubish land, Pakistanish land, but I take that back, need be not. Afghanistanish land, but need be not. Well, they're not really friendly with those lands either. They don't really like Pakistanish land because Pakistanish land might be Islamic like they are worship-wise, but Pakistanish land tends to be more friendly with the other lands they don't like. And they don't like Afghanistanish land or Afghanistanish land because they might have the same worship as they do, but their beliefs might not, their worship need be the same. But you see, Afghanistanish land is a little more friendly to some of the lands they don't like. And with be earnest, Darion, I don't think Iranish land truly likes Rush land, or Cubish land, or Eastland, or North Koreish land, or even Pakistanish land, or Afghanistanish land. I don't really think they like those lands that much. They only are friends with them because they think it can shield them from the East and the West. They think that the East and the West have more friends than they do. So they think if they have the little bullshit bond, they can forget about how their worship isn't the same. I mean, if you think of it, North Korea's land is a speakership, and they're non-worshipable. Eastland's a speakership, they're non-worshipable. Rushland, what are they? What are they? They're what? Christendom. And Afghanistanish land and Pakistanish land are Muslim, so that's what worship they belong to. And Cubish land, I think they're non-worshipable. I don't know, but they're some kind of speakership. At the end of the day, they don't really get along with the other lands. They still hate Iraqish land for the past they did to them. They hate Salbiish land for being too friendly to the 4-1 Kingdom and the 4-1 Reichs. Yeah, and they hate IRINLISHLAND for beating them 2 times in the past. Yeah, and they also hate it when Alexander Logan's, known as Alexander the First, beat, IRINLISHLAND, Persia's land, IRINLISHLAND, and made it be one of the sundriest settlings. But anyway, Xena, except for lawmaking and lands getting along and lands that don't get along, we should be fighting for the greater good. We are. I got one friend I want to show. I think there's another friend out there. If he's even around, Xena, most likely we can meet him. All right. You want us to go meet Spock, who apparently being man-like is apparently something he's against? So, shit. Wow, Xena, looks like you're knocking shit over, Spock says. Spock, you should talk. You can't stand up either. Yeah, well, I come from the Star Trek world, Xena. And in the Star Trek world, we still have a bind with wakefulness. Yeah, and I heard you think you don't want to be manlike. Well, I am a Vulcan, which is a man-like outsider from another world in the Star Trek world. But anyway, Xena, I just want to say you shouldn't be knocking shit over. Oh, is that right, huh? Well, let's just say it was a mishap, and I didn't mean to knock it over. Guilt that on wakefulness. And you see, this is not in search of or in seek of, where Molly, or whatever the name of that show player was. But anyway, at the end of the day, I'm sorry that I knocked shit over. You knocked shit over too. We're all flawed, Spock. So, how did it go? How did it go, Darion? How do you think it went? Spock, got all Shelton Cooper on me and started scathing me for knocking shit over. But I told him that it was a mishap and that we're all flawed and we all make mistakes. Why did you say get all Shelton Cooper? From the Big Bang, from the Big Bang belief, or young Shelton, how Shelton Cooper's highly wise and sometimes he thinks he's greater than other folks for being highly wise, and sometimes he behaves like Spock does sometimes, but unlike Spock doesn't think he's greater than anyone else. Spock seems to believe that if you have feelings or emotions of any kind, they're like a weakness. So he wants to get rid of them. Yeah, that is true. But then again, I don't know if that's his own belief or just his own belief, Xena. I'm sorry you're meeting Spock for the first time didn't go the way that you wanted it to go. Xena, I just want to say that I am, truly sorry for getting irked or angered at you. You're right, we're all flawed. We all make mistakes, Even Earthlings make mistakes, and even whatever land, Vulcans make mistakes too. Vulcanish, whatever we are. It's good to get to meet you, Well, I just want to say, Spock, thank you, and I forgive you, and God and Jesus bless you. Yeah, God and Jesus, well, they are also in the Star Trek world too, Oh, hi, Darion. Hi, Spock. Well, that was me getting to be with Darion from Atheling Darien from Disney's The Elderlings of Persia's now known as IRINLISHLAND, not Atheling Darien from Sailor Moon. And we also got to meet Spock from, from CBS Vericom's now Paramount Global Star Trek, Farseer show, film, Farseer show, film, plays, books, whatever, from the Star Trek show, films, the plays, whatever, the drawing shows, the books. If you like this film, then follow us over here at Xena Melina Pappas. Don't forget to also hit that ringer and bind when we know the next upload live stream or short's been done. Don't forget to share and thumb up and playlist this film, and watch the other film that we made when I said I was giving up on seeking aid in English. Xena Fighter Elderling, or Xena Vinfipolis, and I'll see you later. Or Xena Melina Pappas. I'll see you later. Goodbye. Farewell.